everybody, I am a diary maker. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, I have been trying to make my studio more productive by cleaning everything out and finishing off those unfinished projects that have been eating away at all of my space. Now, as a byproduct to all of the cleaning I have been doing, I stumbled upon this. This is the beginning of my diary maker. I am so excited to be able to go through this briefcase and show you guys exactly how I started this. Let's get close and have a look-see at everything that's inside. Believe it or not, I have wanted to do this video for a very, very long time. Oh, listen to that. I'm so excited that the opportunity has finally, let's turn it over this way actually, arrived. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm just gonna grab everything out so we can go through all of this together. This book right here was the very beginning of Medaya Memory Maker. Let me explain. Originally, I wanted to make scrapbook albums for people, and this was my very first prototype. It's a little pocket on the side here. Basically, you would send me all your photos and I would make a beautiful collage. Look at that, this little flip up here. You can write something there if you want. Oh gosh. Does this one? Oh, yep. Yeah, that opens as well. Maybe like a little destination. This side. I love the decorations on this spread. I think it's super duper pretty. You love that. You can do your certificate of adoption. Maybe you make a journal for your pets like this. Oh my gosh. This is so nostalgic for me, you guys. You have no idea. Like, wow, this was literally my beginning. Oh gosh, some of these are so old now. They're kind of sticking together. Hang on. There we go. This is Georgina's Adventures. I love that. I love the colors in this spread. It's very pretty. Ah, my absolute favorite. Let's go travel. I think that is so, so cute. But yeah, I basically had a different page for a different theme depending on what people wanted. So this was like, if you wanted a travel journal, a travel album, I could make you a travel album. I could do something as like a gift for your Valentine's. Oh, this is actually a really good example as to the issue with double-sided tape. I actually haven't had anything that's older than enough amount of years for me to actually be able to show you this. But this is like the very beginning. It's been a very long time since I made this. So it's a prime example as to what I'm talking about in previous videos. Double-sided tape was used to stick most of these down. And as you can see, it's bleeding through because it's acidic. So if you want something to last a long time, use glue, not double-sided tape. I obviously didn't know at this point in time, and well, now I know. Luckily, I didn't make it into a product for people because like this was like the very beginning. Oh my God, this took me so long. Look at that, it opens up. It's like a bouquet of flowers. How cute is that? But this was the type of stuff that I could create for people. That was the idea anyway behind it all. This was a kids' party, so I could take bits and pieces from your party. These are paper doilies, lots of different photographs on there from the day. You could do, does this flip out? I don't know if it flips out or not. Oh, it does. Hang on a minute. Let's slide it down. Oh my gosh, there we go. There's that. Opens up even more. There's a tuck spot up there for you to stick something else. Obviously, this is supposed to be a 5 birthday party. I don't know, this was just another example as to what I could do and what I could make with my scrapbooking. On the side, another great idea was to do a announcement, welcome to the world, a pregnancy journey album. I love this. I think it's so, so sweet. And then on the back, I did, because it was like for twins, right? So I've got one here, one there, and all the information about the baby, the weight, the date, the time, the height, head circumference, and then the year that the babies were born in. I thought that was really sweet. I love the way it divides like that, especially for twins. I went and did a e-girl style spread. I was really, really proud of this one. I thought it was super duper grungy and cool. I don't know who this person is. These are just photos off the internet, purely for like a demonstration. But I thought it was so, so quirky and fun. I loved doing this. On the side, it was another collage that I did, lots of different squares. I love the way this looks, like it's really fun. Each little pocket has a nice image of sorts. Thought that was really, really cute. You could do like a summer, spring, autumn, whatever, winter style spread for yourself. Maybe you've just finished college. I love this so much. This is for a teacher. Congratulations, well done. You know what I mean? Just some really sweet little things. Okay, and then this one flips out like that. How sweet. It's a beautiful family. I don't know, you could have like a really nice quote, beautiful family photo. This is so, so old. And then this was another little kids journey spread. I love that this like can literally flip over and you can write on the back and it just kind of hangs loosely, but it's secure. So, so crazy. Okay, let's look at the rest of my spreads. Now we have more here that I did. This is when I was starting to get really, really quirky and just very experimental with it. This is like a traditional travel style. Some of these are like lifting up because they're so old. And honestly, they haven't been taken care of as good as they should be. But let's just have a little look. This opens up, I believe. And yeah, the idea behind this little fold out thing was you just stick a photo on each side, so you'd have like a whole travel style photo album on this one page of like mini photos, and then you just tie it back off once you're finished. I absolutely love the creativity that went into this, but as you can imagine, it's a lot of work, and I never actually made it into a product. I literally dropped the idea of doing these style of things for people because of the fact that it's just so hard to create a vision and have someone be completely happy with it. I figured that would be my biggest challenge, is like criticism or like being able to, you can't really change things once it's all glued down. So yeah, I never actually went with it. This was a beautiful wedding spread that I did. So, so pretty. I love that. I love the elegant. I love the pink, the gold, the white. And then on the back, it had her family, another little pop-up, beautiful pearls everywhere. I love that so much. That is so sweet. But yeah, I just figured that the amount of time that goes into making these spreads, it would be impossible to price this as like a product. Like it would be so expensive to make a whole album for somebody. I mean, they could obviously buy the spreads like a few at a time. They didn't have to fill up their journal straight away, but I did go away from this idea. I love this so much. Like it says 1 month old and it's such a cute baby. Oh, so adorable. And on the back of this, look at that. It's a cute little bubba. I love that so, so much. So cute. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like it would be really hard to be able to sell something like this. Now this was one I made for my daughter, and I absolutely am over the moon with how it turned out. I thought it was so fun, so colorful. Definitely matched her personality. I did another one on the other side for her as well, my beautiful daughter. Yeah, this was so beautiful, and I love that I have this as like a memory of not only her, but also my journey as a crafty small business owner. This was my gender reveal. I actually did a little spread for myself as well. There was me pregnant and my friend Christy, actually. That's really, really sweet. And then what does that say? Designer notes. Let's have a read of this actually. This should be interesting. Avoid PVA when gluing paper. Only to be used for attaching material, hard card, no soft paper. Because when you add PVA glue to a really, really thin paper, it bleeds through and it kind of crinkles your paper. It doesn't lay flat when you use a PVA glue. And then try seeing what the pages look like in clear strips rather than punching holes in the design. So I had this idea where I was going to make a whole bunch of eyelets, and that was basically what they were going to be kind of stuck in with, but it was so bulky I couldn't add enough pages to the actual booklet. So I had the idea basically sliding these into clear sleeves instead, and that way they lay a lot flatter. Definitely something that would have been a lot more better for me, especially budget-wise, with these eyelets costing me quite a lot of money. Like, it chips in and it adds up, trust me. Double-sided page designs should be a must so the book flows and looks professional. So yeah, I didn't want to just have like one page that was covered and the other side blank. It would need to be double-sided in order for it to actually flow nicely in your album. Oh my gosh, this was me and my husband's little pregnancy photo shoot. I love this photo, guys. I love my husband so much. He's the best. This was really beautiful, and I loved creating this as well. This spread was really, really pretty. I also did another one. This was a mummy and daddy's date plus Aya. And we went for, I think it was like our first anniversary, or like our first, I don't know what it was, maybe our second year anniversary. No, yeah, possibly my first or second anniversary. Yeah, we went and had a picnic with alpacas. This was my daughter's first time at the football field. How cute is that? Aya's first time at the footy fields. Feet vomit on daddy. Yikes. She literally vomited on her dad. That's so cute. It's funny. It was hilarious. I love this so, so much. My husband used to play rugby league, and he was really good at it too. Really, really good at it, actually. But yeah, we were watching the game because he really wanted to see how his team was going. And I know this is a gridiron ball, but I just thought it would be cool to kind of have it so you can play around with it and then stick it back in its little pocket there. I thought that was crafty and quirky, so yeah. Oh, this was the other part of the alpaca experience. Look at how gorgeous these alpacas were. They're so funny, but they were actually a little bit scary, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's another slide there. It was a beautiful picnic that we had. Honestly, almost cancelled it because of the weather. It was not on our side, but thankfully we made it happen, and it was really beautiful. What a beautiful way to wrap up this video. I think this is so, so nostalgic for me to look at, and it's also really, really awesome to be able to share it with you guys as well, especially because you might not have seen this beginning. I wasn't really making YouTube videos at this time. I think I had like a TikTok page, and it was very, very rusty. I basically did little shorts of this style of thing, and I was getting a little bit of traction on there. I should have kept going, but I didn't. I ended up taking a break and really diving into junk journal making, and then another big break, my oil painting little stint where I only did oil paintings for a year and tried to build up my Instagram and all of that. Like, that was a lot. Like, I did a lot of jumping back and forward, and I think that's a reason, or like a consequence as to why my growth hasn't been as gradual or as consistent as it should have been, despite how much time I've put into my social media. You really do have to turn up every single day in order to grow any one of your channels. It's not likely that you're gonna just go viral on like one little video and have heaps of supporters and therefore sales and things like that, especially with your small business. So yeah, but it's interesting to see my beginning, and I'm really, I think it was a great idea. I really wanted to put together beautiful spreads for people that reminded them of the simple things and what truly matters. The values that came from this beginning are still something that is in my current belief system and my current business now. I want to capture beautiful memories. I want to share the love of books and nature and repurposing and just memory keeping in general. I love photos. I love photo albums. I love looking back on past memories fondly and seeing how much I've grown as a person and those around me as well. So it's a really, really beautiful thing. Growth is scary, it's hard, but it is very telling and special. So yeah, I'm so glad to be able to finally share that with you guys again. As I said before, And I hope you guys continue to stick around as my small business takes off in other directions and I share more of my creative processes with you guys. But thanks for coming along for a walk or a trip down memory lane. And yeah, I jumped onto my junk journal obsession after this because it was a lot more profitable or a lot more easier to sell per se than fully custom products. Custom work can be really tricky, and like I said, you know, it's hard to navigate prices when it's all quite expensive, and paper crafts are surprisingly super duper expensive. So yeah, it was just a great idea, but I didn't have the resources at the time to execute it. Maybe in the future I could bring something similar back, maybe a little bit of inspiration, who knows. But anyway, guys, I love you so much. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and definitely like and comment on this video. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much. Bye! See you next time!